Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to build my simple gold farm. This farm works by using pigmen, which spawn from nether portals. They spawn just outside the portal, then fall into a landing pad. Water streams push them to the middle, and drop them down a shaft, where they can be killed by the player, or just through fall damage. While this can seem intimidating, it's not as bad as it looks, especially when you can see it without all the portals lit up. It's also modular, so you can build it up as you get the resources. As you can see, it uses a good amount of obsidian. This will be the hardest resource to get a lot of if you were just getting started in your world. But that's also what sets this design apart. I noticed while researching other gold farm designs that they all use way more obsidian than they had to. My goal was to create the most efficient farm possible so you don't waste any time getting resources. This is the most efficient possible shape. It maximizes the number of portals while minimizing obsidian. And I'll walk you through the fastest way to get the obsidian. This will work in all current versions of the game except for PlayStation 4 and Java. In other words, it works on Bedrock. So let's get to it. The first thing is figuring out the best way to get the obsidian. The full farm uses 1,260 obsidian, or about 20 stacks. If you're just getting started in your world, you'll probably want to find some lava lakes and mine those. You definitely want to use a pickaxe enchanted with efficiency 5. If you've already defeated the Ender Dragon, the best place to go is the End Pillars. These regenerate when you respawn the dragon, so you can mine to your heart's content. If you have a beacon, mining the obsidian will only take about 22 minutes. Without any beacon, plan on about 38 minutes. What you want to do is start at level 66. You may have to dig down a little bit depending on where you put the farm. Go ahead and place a chest like that, and a hopper. This hopper will be the middle of the farm. We're going to put blocks on the sides of it to make our little chute where the pigmen are going to fall into. You don't have to use glass, I'm just using that so you can see what's going on. Build that little tube up to a little platform on level 73. Once you get up here, go ahead and place a chest on the back side of the drop shaft. Then go ahead and place a sticky piston and another sticky piston on top of it, a solid block behind with a lever. You can turn it on and see the pistons both move. Place a hopper going into this chest with an iron trapdoor on top. And you should see both move like that. Okay, then go ahead and place another hopper right here and an iron trapdoor on top of that one as well. Now we're going to go ahead and build up the tube a little bit on the sides. So let me just get that started just a little bit. And one right there, and one right there. Now on the sides here, you can have some issues, so go ahead and place 2 blocks right there and 3 blocks right there. Once you've finished that, go ahead and finish building the drop shaft tube up to level 94. Once you've built the tube up to level 94, you're going to go ahead and come out to the east and the west, and you're going to build 4 blocks out, then up 1, and then 7 blocks out. Now you don't have to use green, I'm just using that so you can see what's going on, and I'll refer to it as the green section. So once again, that's 4 blocks out, 7 blocks out on top of that, and then come up and build a little wall up to level 99, so that should be 4 high if you've counted everything right, just like this. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see what it looks like. Okay, once you've gone ahead and put that on one side, copy the exact same thing over to the other side just like this. Now we're ready to go ahead and put in some of the blue section. Now the blue section is going to go to the north and south of our green section. It's going to come out 8 blocks and then have a little lip up and then go another 3 blocks with a little white wall around the whole thing. The very first thing we're going to need to do is place a little wall right by our drop chute to keep water from coming out. Once we've got that in, we'll go ahead and push another series of blocks right along the top of that. That'll be the first of our platform. And so counting that one, we'll come out 8 blocks. Once we've come out 8 blocks, we'll go up 1, and then do another 3. Let's look at that from the side so you can see what we're doing. Oh yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3. Perfect. Now we're going to bring in a white wall, and we're going to put a white wall along the outside, just like this. It's going to be too high and fill in the corners. Once you've got this done, just repeat the process and finish the rest of the platform. Now that you've finished the platform, it's time to put in water. Now, the very first thing we have to do is place a button right at the top of the drop shaft. This stops water from spilling down. You're going to want to place a water source at each end of the blue platforms, and then also one at each of the green platforms. Now, if you're doing this in survival, you'll probably want to build a temporary water source so you don't have to go up and down with tons of buckets. Drown can spawn in this water if you build this platform out of something other than glass, but it won't hurt the farm. However, things can spawn in the outside wall if you build them out of solid blocks, so make sure to put torches along that outside white wall. Now it's time to put in the nether portals. What you want to do is go to the northwest corner, I put that little post by the north, and we're going to come up 1 and then another 1. Now this block you just placed is going to be the corner of some nether portals. So grab 21 obsidian and you're going to make a little line of 21 obsidian coming right out from this block. As a little bit of a pro tip that'll help you out, just put 21 obsidian in your inventory and you won't overdo it or underdo it. It makes it a little easier to count. Once we get to the very end of this row, we're going to place another block. The corners of nether portals don't have to be filled in, so we'll save some obsidian this way. Now once you place this block, we'll grab some more obsidian and go out and finish off the square, 21 on each side. Once you finish the square, it should look something like this. Green in the corners, and 21 obsidian in between each side. Now you'll notice that there's a gap here on the southeast. This is intentional. Pigmen spawn to the south and to the east of the portals they come from, so this is the gap they'll fall down into. So now go to one of the corners and build up 21 blocks. You're going to be building up to 122. Once you reach 122, jump up and place another corner block. And this will be another corner for your cube. As you go along, whenever you finish up another portal, go ahead and light it. That'll make it easier so you don't have to do it later. Now once you've finished your cube, we'll be ready to put on the other cubes. Instead of showing you each and every one, I'm going to make a list for you that shows you where each of the crossbars, or the top end of the cube, should go. So here you have where you're going to be standing. The crossbars are going to be at these coordinates. But because you'll be standing on top of them as you place them, your coordinate for Y will read this. So go ahead and pause the video here, and these will be the levels that you'll need to know to finish off all the cubes. Okay, once you get to the top, you're ready to go ahead and put some torches at the very top. This stops things like creepers from spawning, jumping down, and blowing up everything down below, which wouldn't be very much fun. This farm should produce about 213 pigmen an hour if you are on hard difficulty. However, if you're on normal, you'll get about 2/3 that rate, and if you're on easy, 1/3. With simple farms like this, I think the most important thing is that you are comfortable in your world, so play whatever difficulty you feel the best about. You'll get more resources if you kill the pigmen yourself, especially with a looting 3 sword. But if you're going to leave the game for more than an hour, make sure to just let the pigmen fall to their death. You can crash your world if you let too many build up. It's safest to leave the pistons retracted whenever you aren't using the farm. As usual, there's a lot of research going on behind the scenes, so if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer. And if you made it this far, keep an eye out for my upcoming advanced level gold farm. Enjoy the gold, and I'll see you next time.